Why is dating pretty easy in Paraguay compared to Western country? The first reason is about Paraguayan boys. Here the boys have a really bad reputation. They are really machist, they don't care about the girl, they make children but they don't take care of their children. Therefore, when you meet a stranger, he has a different education, he has different values, and that's way more interesting for a Paraguayan girl. Another reason is about rarity. Everything that is rare is interesting. That's a basic law of nature, and that works almost for everything. As a man coming from another country, it will be obviously easier than someone from the country. The first thing you need to understand about Paraguay is the differences with the Western countries. In the Western countries, the role of the woman has a lot evolved in the last 50 years. But in Paraguay, it's pretty old school style. The girls take care of the family, but she also has to work. So that's pretty much like it. If you're a boy in Paraguay, you are raised by girls and you've seen only this your own whole life. So when you grow up, when you become a man, and when you make children, obviously, your children will also be raised by your woman and by your mother. So that's a problem of mentality. The Paraguayan boys, they don't have a lot of responsibility for their children. So they make children of a girl, and then they try another girl, and another girl, and another girl, and they have a lot of babies, but they don't take care of their babies. So that's a big problem right now in Paraguay. And if you do a little bit of dating, you will meet a lot of Paraguayan girls that already have a child. Single mom is almost a standard in Paraguay. But to go a bit further, there are two kinds of girl in Paraguay. First kind is more like the traditional Paraguayan girl. She grows up in a poor family, and from a young age she has to help her parents to work in their shop or doing any kind of job actually. And when she turns 18, she can't really study because she has to make money. She has to make money for her family, and she has to make money to eat actually. And as she can't get an education, she probably won't get a good job either. And the minimum wage in Paraguay is $350. So with that, you can only survive. And most of these girls are not too educated, and also when you're 18, you're not too clever either. I was pretty stupid when I was 18. And they find a boy, they fall in love, they make a baby, and the boy, as I told you, he will go to see many girls. And they end up alone with a baby, and they have to pay with the baby. And that's the situation you will find a lot in Paraguay, a lot of single moms. The other kind of Paraguayan girls is that from a young age they realize that if they have a child too early, they will have to sacrifice all their career. And they understand that, so they decide to study and to get education to have a good job. A good job in Paraguay is not crazy money. I would say from $600 to $700, it's already a really good job for Paraguay. Most of them work in banks, real estate companies, this kind of jobs, or also international companies. There are a lot of American companies that are in Paraguay, Asunción. So if they can speak English, it's good for them because they can find a way better job, and the pay is also better. And so this kind of girls, when she turns 27, 28, she already has a good situation and she wants to find a husband. And some of these girls also were lucky enough to study abroad, mostly in the United States, but sometimes also in Europe. And they know also about the Western way of life, which is pretty different from Paraguay. And that's why they are two really different kind of girls. And these girls, they are a bit more used to money, they know what they want, and it's really different from the traditional Paraguayan. I wouldn't say there is a better type of girl, it depends on what you're looking for. I would say the traditional Paraguayan girl is looking for someone nice, someone who has the values of family. And about the more modern Paraguayan girl, some of them are really interested by money. Of course, not all of them, but some of them are, so you need to be careful about that. But don't worry, it's like this in any country of the world, so you just need to be careful. About relations here in Paraguay, it's also a bit different from Western countries, because I feel like it's way more relaxed. Here, when you meet a girl, it's pretty chill. There is no pressure. If you want to have fun, some girls also want to have fun, and they don't really have any problem about that. So you can find out if that's what you're looking for. On the other hand, if you're looking for a serious relation, it's also possible. Some girls are really serious, they want a partner for life, and they want to marry. That's a more traditional approach. And when I say there is less pressure here, it's only that you go step by step in a relation. Here, there is no hurry. You get to learn the girl gets to know you, and if it works, you will go one step further. Also, there is a really important question here in Paraguay, is ¿Quieres ser mi novia? Basically, do you want to be my girlfriend? This question is really important because it makes the relation official. So the girl is expecting you to ask her that, and when you ask her that, it means it's a serious relation for long term. So don't rush it, don't ask this the first week. You can wait 1 month, 2 months, maybe 3 months, depending on your relation. So now I will talk where to meet girls in Paraguay. The first option, which is pretty obvious, is the dating apps. Here in Paraguay, you mostly have Tinder and Bumble, which are the two biggest dating apps. If you come from a Western country like me, you will be really surprised by the number of matches you will get. In France, for example, with my profile, I would only get maybe 1, 2 or 3 matches a day. Here in Paraguay, I get 50 or 100 matches a day without any effort. So that's just like a cheat code actually, that's pretty amazing. So the dating apps are a really good option to meet girls if you're coming here for short term, but in my opinion it's not the best way, because the girls on the dating apps are not the most serious girls, so if you want to have fun, it's perfect. But if you're looking for someone special, it's probably not the best way. The second option is to go out clubbing or in the bars. For me it's not the best option either, because during the nightlife you will only find girls that want to have fun. So if you want to have fun, that's fine, that's pretty easy also. But if you're looking for the one, you may look at the last option. If you go to the shops here in Paraguay, you will notice there are a lot of workers. Maybe because the salary is really low. And most of the time there are 10 people working, but there is only one client, so they are pretty bored. And you will also find a lot of beautiful ladies, and maybe you can start chatting in the shop, maybe ask for something you're looking, and you will see, as a foreigner, most of the time the girl may ask a few questions about you, where are you coming from, and this kind of thing. And if she asks about you, maybe you can try to take a number and go for a drink later. That's a really good way, I feel that's a more natural way to meet people in the real life. Now I'm going to talk about 2 downsides of dating in Paraguay. The first downside as a Westerner is you have to pay everything. Here, like I told you, the man and the woman have their role. And as a man, you need to pay for the restaurant, you need to pay for the cinema, you need to pay for absolutely everything. I mean, that's okay because Paraguay is pretty cheap, but at first, it's a bit surprising. The second thing that may annoy you is, as I told you, there are a lot of single moms. So if you want to create a relation, if you want long term, that may be a problem or an obstacle in your relation. In conclusion, as a foreigner, Paraguay is a paradise for dating. If you're single, you just have to download the apps and you will see after a day how many matches you get. You will be surprised how well it works. And apart from the dating, Paraguay is also an amazing country to live, so cheap, low tax, a lot of sun. You have all you need in this country. So I'm sure you will be really happy here. If you need any help for your residency and your cedula, you can contact us. We will help you. All the links are in the description. And if you have any question, feel free to put a comment in the comment section. It was Matt for this video. I'll see you soon. Ciao.